Hi guys, welcome back. Welcome if you are new. I am Vivian.
How are you?
Travel the world en Creole. We just finished visiting the Jewel. Check it out on the last video. And now we're trying to find our way to the city, taking the train. It's pretty easy to get on the train from the airport. Oh, the train is here. So we're getting on the train to go to Bencoolen Station. And it's pretty easy because it's also the name of our hotel. So guys, we made it to the hotel, thank God. The ride from the train station at Changi Airport to Bencoolen Station is about 35 minutes. And from Bencoolen Station to our hotel is a quick, less than 5-minute walk. So that was pretty good, pretty easy. So we are resting a little bit and then we'll check out the area. Good morning guys from Singapore. This is the next day. We starting our sightseeing with visiting the National Museum because it's walking distance from our hotel. The National Museum of Singapore. Hi guys, welcome to Singapore. We travel the world en Creole. I'm Vivian, if you're new.
And Mario.
We are standing behind us in front, in the back of us is the National Museum of Singapore. It's a very beautiful museum. It's the nation's oldest museum that seeks to inspire with stories of Singapore and the world. And its history dates back to 1849. It's free if you are a Singaporean, and if you're not, like people like us, you pay $15 Singapore currency, Singapore dollars. And how much is that, Mario, in USD?
Close to 12, 13.
About $12, $13 US?
The dollars is about 130,
yeah.
1.36. $1 US for 1.36 Singapore dollar. So.
But if you are from Singapore, if you are a Singaporean, it's free admission. Welcome, okay. Travel the world en Creole. Stay with us in our visit Singapore.
I said stay tuned for the next stop.
All right. Yeah, so we have a full day of tours to go with you, but we as we go to the onto the next stop, we will provide you some facts about Singapore.
Singapore, officially, it's the Republic of Singapore. It's an island country and city-state in Southeast Asia. During World War II, Singapore was occupied by Japan in 1942 and returned to British control as a separate crown colony in 1945. Singapore became an independent sovereign country on August 9, 1965. Although Singapore has been independent for only 58 years, the nation rapidly has developed to become one of the 4 Asian tigers, which are Hong Kong, South Korea, Taiwan, and Singapore.
Hi guys, we are at Orchard Road, which is Singapore's retail hub with a lot of discount outlets, department stores, boutiques and some hotels alongside. So one of your must do during your visit.
Singapore's population is less than 6 million people, and the country's territory comprises of one main island, which is Singapore, 63 satellite islands and islets, and one outlying islet.
Hi guys, we are in Quay at the moment, and Quay is one of Singapore's most iconic historic river quays at the mouth of the Singapore River. It consists of many restaurants and clubs, and it's known for its nightlife. Mexico in Singapore.
Singapore has 4 official languages: English, Malay, Mandarin, and Tamil. English is the main language used in business, government, law, and education. Singapore value diversity. As a matter of fact, multiracialism is enshrined in the constitution and also shape national policies in education, housing, and politics.
Little India in Singapore. That's a Grenade, right? Grenade? Grenade? No. Grenade? Why?
So this is Little India?
Buddhism is the most widely practiced religion in Singapore. The next most practiced religion is Christianity, followed by Islam, Taoism, and Hinduism. The currency of Singapore, we said it earlier, is the Singapore dollar. And tourism is a major industry and contributor to the Singaporean economy. Singapore is classified as the 5th most visited city in the world and 2nd in the Asia Pacific.
Indian store. Stopping for lunch for some Indian food while in Little India. Mario washing his hands here. I love this. They have it right there at the restaurant near the tables. Perfect. And a quick picture with the owner.
Singapore ranks highly in most key social indicators in education, quality of life, personal safety, healthcare. They classified as number 6 in the world in healthcare, infrastructure, and housing. Homeownership is in Singapore rates highly close to 90%. And Singaporeans have the lowest levels of corruption in the world.
We are now in Arab Street. It is a key Muslim center in Singapore. The area is home to many chic shops and restaurants, and people from all walks of life gather here to savor its culture. Istanbul video.
Istanbul. We're going back again to Istanbul.
We love it.
We lost it.
Singapore is by far one of the cleanest countries, not only in Asia, but in the rest of the world. And from our own personal experience, so far I've seen Singapore, Rwanda, Dubai as really best clean places we ever visited. I'm sure there are more places, but so far that's our experience. And to help, with this, Singapore gives away what they call the Clean and Green Singapore Awards every year to the districts which achieve the most in terms of public hygiene and environmental cleanliness. So they take this really seriously.
This is so pretty. In Singapore, travel the world on Quay.
Going in the streets of
Singapore in Haji Lane. So colorful, so different than the rest of Singapore, right?
Refreshing, nice.
Very colorful.
Good background.
Singapore is a highly developed country with the highest GDP per capita in the world. Singapore attracts a large amount of foreign investment as a result of its location, skilled workforce, low tax rates, advanced infrastructure, and zero tolerance against corruption. Singapore is a major international transport hub in Asia.
Singapore's main airport is Changi International Airport, one of the busiest international airports in the world, and also it has been rated as the world's best airport. We featured it in our last video about the jewel. Please check it out. Singapore Airlines is the flag carrier of Singapore. It's been rated as a 5-star airline by Skytrax, and it's been in the world top 10 list of airlines for multiple consecutive years. Singapore's public transport network consists of train systems, which is MRT, Mass Rapid Transit, or LRT, Light Rail Transit. Also, there are buses and taxis. And they have Grab, which is equivalent to Uber. Singaporeans love discipline and they value it more than anything. So you will see when you're waiting for the bus or the train, you will see people in the most orderly queues you can find, which is nice.
One side note to add about the MRT in Singapore, it's really very convenient, easy to understand, and also inexpensive. You can really, it's really reliable, very reliable, and you can use it, to visit the whole city, hopping from one night to the other. Very convenient.
We are now in Chinatown in Singapore. What we've seen that is that it's not as hectic as other Chinatowns we've visited, but yet the culture and history is still the same. So if you are in the area, you may check it out. Malnocel. So from Chinatown, we hopped on the train to Marina Bay Sands complex. Marina Bay Sands includes so many things, so many attractions. Of course, the Marina Bay Sands iconic hotel that we'll view a little bit later. There are the shops at Marina Bay with so many stores and places to eat. The shops at Marina Bay is a shopping destination like no other. Really beautiful. You will find the Waterfront Promenade by the shops there. Um, right around there, you will find the Art Science Museum and also just a short walk. You will find the Helix Bridge, and that will take you all around the bay. This place is so pretty. There are so many things to do and see, including the merlion, which is between the mermaid and the lion. This statue is really an iconic sculpture right in the middle of the city, across from the Fullerton Hotel. And now, friends, we've arrived at Marina Bay Sands Hotel. It is an integrated resort fronting Marina Bay and a landmark of the city. It opened up in 2010 and it was deemed the world's most expensive standalone property. The resort includes over 2,500 rooms. It has, of course, the shops, the mall, the museum all around, celebrity chef restaurants. It has the world's largest atrium casino with 500 tables and over 1,600 slot machines. And last, definitely not least, the iconic pool that sits way on top the platform there. For everybody, where you are in the city, you can see it. That's amazing.
Round, round, I get around, yeah.
Our last stop for tonight is Gardens by the Bay. So it's the best time to visit Gardens by the Bay, late afternoon or evening. So we put it last on our list, so we could watch the wonderful Garden Rhapsody Light show, and it's one of the things that you cannot miss during your visit in Singapore. While you're watching this wonderful light show, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank you so much for your wonderful support. Thank you for watching the entire video. We thank you for liking the video, commenting, and sharing it. Please subscribe if you haven't done so. We thank you so much. We'll see you on the next Singapore video. God bless. Bye for now.